Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks, part two of this series. I really just did it to see if I could get it to go in front, what I was going to have to do to get it in front of the back of the list. And then I kind of came up with this design. It's still a little fuzzy because it's so big and uh, you could probably do one smaller. But if we get the freehand tool and just kind of make that that didn't do a very good job, but you could always take your shape tool and change this and change that, make it a little bit more, symmetrical. And then we're going to do exactly what we did earlier in part one. If you didn't watch part one, I took a zero point 0.5 box, my nudge factor set on 0.5. I'm going to do exactly what I did on the first one, and then I'm going to change it. So that one is selected. I'm going to shift select that and that one, so every other one, and make it red. And then I'm going to select that one and make it white. And then I'm going to select it all and take away the outline. And you can't really see it because of the fact that the white is on white. So if we go make a black box and order back a page, you can see my white. Well, it worked what I wanted to do. I got it to go in front of it. It's kind of surprising. But if we take this one right here and use the interactive fill tool and swipe across and put red on both ends and then put white in the middle. Whoop, I missed it. Let me zoom in here. Interactive fill tool and bring it. You got to go till you get that plus sign and then kind of get it in the middle. And you could really play around with that. But then what's cool about it is the attribute eyedropper. That's an attribute, so you can take a sample and put it in those other two deals, and it's exactly. Then on the white ones, we're going to do the same thing, except for we're going to put red in the middle. So I'm going to swipe across. I've already got white in both ends, and I'm going to put red in the middle. Let me zoom in here. We want a little bit more white. Basically, we have just the opposite. So get your attribute eyedropper, take a sample of that and put it in there. Now, we haven't grouped it together, so we're going to Control G to group it together. And now, I didn't mean to do that. Take this item and Control D and make a duplicate or hit the plus key on your keyboard. And then select both of them and go to Effects and Blend. And we're going to blend them 999 times, which is the most you could do. And then go up here to put on New Path, and we're going to put on the path. And then we're going to tell it to blend along full path and hit apply. And this is what you get. Total different look. Let's bring in a black box effect. And if you look, they're almost the same. I don't know if the direction, this one's actually better because I don't have sharp points right there. Which direction you draw the line, how Corel picks which was the one on top. It kind of, this would almost look good. You know what? I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna Control C to copy it, but then I'm gonna back up till we have just that one part. And I'm gonna make them all red with, I think we actually have to turn them red. Well, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe the attribute eyedropper will copy that. Attribute eyedropper, copy that. Yeah, it did work. So this is going to look totally different. Now group that together, Control G, Control D to make a duplicate and bring it over, separate it. I always hit T to kind of put them even, but it doesn't matter, and then hit apply. I didn't make yeah, I did. There's my path. Let's bring in the path. And then select your blend, blend along new path, put it anywhere on the path, and then blend along full path and hit apply. Look at that. It looks like, to me anyway, when we zoom in here in a second, it looks like little tubes, kind of. Looks like little, well, from a distance, it looks like little pieces of tubing. And maybe even if I would have used black, let's try black. Let's back up here. Look, you know what? I like that one. Let's keep it. You know what? I Control C to copy it, and then I'm going to go backwards. And the one thing I forgot to do was to Control C and paste, and then I get that one back, so I'll have it. That's why I copied it, because when you go back, but this time let's make it, you know what? Let's ungroup it. This might not work. I'm going to put every other one black facing, get the interactive fill tool. I'm going to put black on this corner and red on the corner, but I don't want too much black. Okay. You know what? I don't think it's going to work very good. You know, wait, maybe we could put a little red, because we only have to do this one. Yeah, look at that. So we can make that black. You know what? And I'm just going to delete these, because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to Control D and duplicate it and nudge it down and then just mirror it. That's what I want. Now I'm going to grab these two, Control D, and I'm going to mirror this one and mirror this one. No, I want black between them both. Okay, that's right. I want this one's going to be not black. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. Get the interactive fill tool. I'm going to put black on both ends, so it'll kind of look like it's going into the bisque, what I call anyway. But we need to bring in a red. And then this way, they'll all be the same. Look at that. I think I'm going to move the white down just a little bit to put it more in the middle. Now all I have to do is copy it and bring it down. 5 of them. Now let's group this together, Control G, Control D to duplicate it, move it over. Take both these, I'm going to hit T just to put them even, which they were. And I'm going to hit apply. That's going to look pretty cool. Now I'm going to go blend a new path. Blend a full path. And when we put a black, hopefully, when we put a black background on it, I had another black there. I don't know if it's that special. Yeah, it makes it, doesn't it look like straws? Kind of. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching. So think about next time you're doing something, use the attribute eyedropper.